Out faces, bright and early for the daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. People run in circles, it's a very, very mad world.
So yeah, this is bullshit. Not bullshit because of what Trump did wrong, but because you had David Muir, that one bitch. You had three people against Trump. Okay, so former President Donald Trump announced Thursday that he won't debate Vice President Kamala Harris again, following Tuesday night's matchup between the two in Philadelphia. There will be no third debate because he already did this with Biden. Okay, Trump said at the end of a long post on his Truth Social account. The first presidential debate was in June, right? So, when a prize fighter loses a fight, the first words out of his mouth are, "I want a rematch." Trump wrote in his post, so he's just done with it. That was a shock. I just saw this making my video for Injustice. Yeah. But here's the thing, like, it says, okay, so initial polls show Reuters, YouGov, and CNN showed a wide majority of voters thought Harris outperformed Trump. I don't know what these polls are. Most commentators and observers agreed that Harris got the upper hand. I didn't see that. And there were times where her mic was not turned off. There were times where she was wrong and she was not fact checked. Only Trump was fact checked. They're not even trying hard to be unbiased. They're just biased as fuck. Those moderators were biased as fuck. And some people on the right said, yeah, where's the audience? The audience is gone. They had an excuse for the audience not being there in that we had the 2020 lockdowns. It's 2024. 2024. No lockdowns. We're not doing the town hall stuff. You know how the crowd would react. Initial polls. Trump at times struggled to focus his messaging. There are times where Trump rambled. And I saw one voice actor, who I won't say who it is, but one voice actor was trying to retweet that Trump was confused in a town hall meeting of someplace where they were asking about childcare, and he rambled on. Trump rambles on. He does repeat talking points, but he did answer the question about childcare and how to fix childcare. And as somebody said, not once did they ask about the economy, saving the economy. That was not in the debate at all. Trump at times struggled to focus his messaging, repeating, eating pets. I think it's saying that Haitian migrants are eating pets. I don't know if that's true or not. I do know that China, they eat dogs. That I do know. And that is on YouTube. Anybody who saw that pretty girl interview people in China about eating dogs, you know exactly which videos those were, don't you? There were two videos, and I know the fucking ratio to that one. So I know the part about China eating dogs. And you weren't supposed to insult China. No Asian hate. China didn't release the virus, coronavirus. You know, we remember the backpedaling that everybody did on the left. Harris addressed a crowd at a rally in North Carolina where she said she was open to another debate. I believe we owe it to the voters to have another debate. And keep in mind that she's only done one fucking interview with her vice president. And it was I would say it was very linear. There was not a lot going on in that one interview, right? Was it 60 minutes? Which one was it? And that was it. She has not done other interviews. She has not talked to anybody else. Okay? And keep in mind, when you go back to the ABC News live stream, they focused on Trump walking out and talking to people because he went out on the open floor where they were. A lot of people were gathering after the whole thing was over. They could have had a crowd of people watching that debate. They did not. They decided just to have just those people. It was shit. It was a kangaroo debate. Everybody knows that it was. Many of Trump's allies also said they thought Harris had come out on top. Oh, my God. Robert F. Kennedy, I don't really give a shit about. The only thing I care about Robert F. Kennedy is to prove that there was no magic bullet. That's all I care about. But that they didn't tell that story. I think on substance, President Trump wins in terms of governance. Yeah, everybody says that she won the debate. I don't trust these people on the left. So just to show both sides, as though I was a late night talk show host, NPR fact checked the Harris-Trump presidential debate. Here's what we found. So this is NPR News. Let me see this one really quick. I'll share one of the fact checks. The claim is, let's see, the Springfield News Sun reported that local police said that incidents of pets being stolen or eaten were, quote unquote, not something that's on our radar right now. What does that mean? You mean either you say there's no evidence of that or there is evidence. Are you seeing Fido's legs out there or Felix's tail out on the street, or you don't? Like, what is that, right? The paper said the unsubstantiated claim seems to have started with a post in a Springfield Facebook group that was widely shared across social media. I don't know if there's a truth to this. Somebody will tell me if there is an actual truth, but it's not impossible. Russia responds to Kamala Harris Donald Trump debate. Leave our president alone. Ben and Jerry co-founders unveil Kamala Harris ice cream flavor. I will not be eating that. The most important thing that Harris campaign could do. How about do more interviews? Harris campaign. Trump allies do damage control. I just think Trump did well. I don't trust these fucking news people. Why didn't they talk to Harris? Why didn't they talk to her? Why didn't they focus on her? They focused on how bad Trump was. Let me explain this to you one final time for those of you who are not sure about what I'm about. If all you care about is who's a racist or who's not a racist, I think Brittany Venti once said, racist does not put food on the table. Being not racist does not put food on the table. If you're worried about who's racist or who's sexist in a presidential election, and you don't give a fuck about anything else, and all you care about are your American Idols and your reality shows, do not fucking vote for anybody. You stay at home and pretend nothing happened. Maybe you'll wake up and you don't have to wear a mask. Maybe people will not knock on your door. Let me see. I want to verify something that Tulsi Gabbard said. This was from June 15th, 2024. So this is from June 15th. So the House passed a bill. I saw Tulsi Gabbard talk about this, and I wanted to focus on this. This is during Biden's administration. They passed a bill on Friday, June the 15th, that included a provision that would automatically enroll young men, not women also, just the men, between the ages of 18 to 26 for selective service. I'll look at what that asterisk means. The House's version of the NDAA, which would authorize $895 billion in military spending, passed by a vote of 217 to 199. It's unlikely to be picked up by the Democrat-controlled Senate because of numerous amendments regarding abortion, diversity efforts, and transgender medical treatments. So it's, I remember that they would draft people until like 1980, right? So by the time I was 2 years old, automatic registration would replace the coming of age tradition that all 18-year-old male citizens experience when they get a card in the mail. I used to get a lot of them. So that they're required under the threat of criminal penalties to register for the selective service. So you're already enlisted. You're not, they could pat on your shoulders like, hey, get up, let's go. We're going. You're going right now. Like, that's all we need, right? So the other unspoken effect would be removing young men's choice to engage in civil disobedience. What is this? By using available federal databases, the Selective Service Agency will be able to register all the individuals required and thus help ensure that any future military draft is fair and equitable. This will also allow us to dedicate resources. Basically, that means money towards reading readiness and towards mobilization, rather than towards education and advertising campaigns. The draft is a hobby horse for Houlihan, Air Force veteran. She also spearheaded the House bill. But why are men going, right? Right. So they're just doing this to the men. How nice, how unsexist. I'm sure this doesn't go any amendments at all. So as I'm seeing it, this is going to probably end badly. I mean, think of remember that one guy that took his own life in a TikTok video? Could you imagine that multiplied by 100? Could you imagine people mutilating themselves in order to not go, or going AWOL? Like, I'm going AWOL, bye. And, they'll get captured, but it's like, you're going to see too many people do this. Mandatory national service of some sort of another is a perennial bad idea trotted out by nationalists and technocrats concerned about unity. But America's all-volunteer military is not a self-inflicted weakness. It is a sign of strength. A free citizenry's confidence that they will know when to fight. Yeah, they have to want to do this. The selective service is a vestige of fear. It should be abolished, not made more equitable and efficient. This should not happen. So when we talk about who said what and what mean tweet somebody said, when some draconian thing like selective service, hey, get your son up, let's go. I'm not asking, we're telling you, get your son, let's go. We ain't playing. Could you imagine somebody knocking on your son's door? If you have children, if you have a son, they knock on his door, okay? They say, hey, we're going to give him something to do, but he has no legs. Nope, we'll give him something to do. He's going to have stuff to do. And he does not want to go. That's fucked up. That with 2020, the lockdowns and the draconian laws that we had, that's the kind of stuff that we really worry about. That's the cock and balls of what we were like. What if the next president does even worse than this? This makes it look like nothing, right? That's the kind of stuff I worry about. You know, it's like Joey Diaz says, it doesn't matter who's being racist or sexist or who screwed up in which debate. You wake up and then tomorrow morning you still have, everything's still fine. You wake up, you could still have your freedom. You know, you put in 8 hours of sleep, you put in 16 hours of whatever you're doing, work, exercise. This is just, like I'm telling you, this is under the Democratic administration. They allowed this to happen, okay? And Tulsi Gabbard joined the military because she fucking wanted to. My sister joined the Marine Academy. She became a Marine for a few years because she wanted to, not because she was forced. That's ridiculous shit. So think about all this as we head towards November.